Okay. So since this is recorded and this is our last session, I asked Felicia if I could pop in for just a second. And so let me share my screen with you and give you, I just want you to know a little bit about NACWE. Most of the people who were in here earlier that were not NACWE members are out now. They've gone to different appointments, and that's okay. But so if there's a replay, people will catch on to this. But I want to give you a quick overview of who we are. So I'm sharing my screen. I'm only going to share a few screens. Our word of the year is implement. We're the National Association of Christian Women Entrepreneurs. Yes, it's time to get some stuff done, right? So our mission is to provide connected community and inspirational and experiential education for Christian women entrepreneurs as they honor and glorify the Lord in business and ministry. We just got back from a mission trip to Guatemala, so speaking of ministry emphasis, that's one of the things we really love. What's new is the webinars and the way we're doing webinars. We've always done webinars every single Tuesday at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. They're short, they're an hour. You have time usually to interact, and sometimes we do the same thing we've done here when we start a timer and actually crank something out and get something done, solidify and clarify something, which I love. We don't do them on the 5th Tuesdays of the week. We do specials like this somewhere around that 5th week of the month, if there's a 5th week of the month in the month. So what's new also is happening Pomodoro sessions. We'll talk about what that is, and making it happen network and coaching groups. This is all a summer emphasis that you might not be used to. So we'll go through this just for a second, and then at the end, I'll do a special offer. And I'm not going to do it on video. I mean, I'm not going to do it recorded. So if you want to know what the special offer is, you need to hang in here for a few minutes. I've given you, you might want to take a snapshot of this screen if any of this is new to you. I've given you the fan page link and the member page link, which you won't be able to get into unless you're a paid member or compensated member. But open to all is that Tuesday, 2 p.m. Central Standard Time Community and Education webinar. And I've given you the link to register for that webinar. Once you're registered, it won't ask you to register again and again. It'll just send you an email of how to get in every week. What we're doing new is we're opening those up to everyone, but the replays will only be offered to paid members and put into the membership vault of classrooms of over 500 courses. So that way maybe we can meet some new people. You can invite your friends. We used to do, some of them are open to everyone and some of them are not, and that way the link is the same every single Tuesday, and I think people are really loving that already. The happening Pomodoro sessions are on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Sorry, I should have put in here that it's from 9 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. It can be kind of a leave early situation. You might not get in as many sessions as some of the others do, but we have been cranking out the work through this venue like crazy people, and I love that, and we're hooked on it. We were doing them on Fridays for a while. Now we're going to do them on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays this month and see how that fits through the summer. So this is your opportunity to come in. They're guided sessions. We will show you how to really get the work done. And then those are both open to everyone and free. And then the low cost offer at the end of the hour is Making It Happen network and coaching groups on Mondays from 3 to 4:30 p.m. and or on Tuesdays from 6:30 to 8 p.m. And you can see more about that on the join page. And then again, I'll tell you one more time, stay till the end. There's an extra special offer for this group. And Felicia, I'm going to turn it back to you. I think that's good enough. And this has been great. I really appreciate it.
Good. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. All right. So I am going to share my screen again. I have multiple screens I'm going to be sharing right now. So you're going to see why in just a few minutes. All right. So I'm going to put this over here. Can you see this little weird box right now? Awesome. All right. So I'm just going to pause him for a second. All right, I am going to go back here from current slides. All righty. So now we're going to move on to becoming a local celebrity. So we've built your credibility. I should start down here. We built your credibility. And now we made you the speaker in front of the room. And now we're going to make you be somebody that everybody in your community knows as the go-to person. And then I've got a special offer I'm going to share. Yay. All right. So the power of celebrity. This is, of course, Elvis. And if you look here, all these people, they're wanting to be, you know, they just want to touch them. They just want to be there. They're so excited. You know, the over here, I don't know if you can see my mouse over here, you know, she's like, you know, like crazy excited. So that's the power of celebrities. People are excited to be around you. They're excited to be in your space. Their first question isn't, well, how much does it cost? It's, do you maybe have time to work with me? Like, that's how you know you're doing a good job with this celebrity thing. But the power of local celebrity equals more. You get more credibility. You get more local opportunities. You can charge more money. When people think of you as a celebrity, you can charge more money. People respect your time more. Listen, if you're busy already in that chat box, type busy. I bet you are. You can get more clients. And local celebrity leads to a much broader reach. Okay. And I'll share a little bit about that in just a moment. All right. Here's how I know. There are a few more logos on here than you saw in the past. Look, people are busy or typing it. I see it. Awesome. So I know because I did it. I did it in Chicago when I launched my business in 2006, and I spoke at all of the local chambers. People were like, "Oh, that's Felicia Slattery." Like, they knew my name. They knew when I was coming, what was going to be there, and that they could expect a cool, something kind of cool, you know, a good experience. They could learn something about speaking and communication and so forth. I was in the, you know, the newspapers and all kinds of places. But guess what? I also did it when we moved here to Knoxville. I was on TV, local TV twice. And it's actually easier to get on TV in a smaller market than it is in a bigger market. Like, I didn't even bother trying to get on TV in Chicago. It was just too much. When I lived in Chicago, actually, that's when I got on TV in Knoxville. Believe it or not, I was we were coming down. My in-laws live here, and or close to here, and we were coming down for the 4th of July. And so I called 3 news stations. I got on 2. Only one said no. It's pretty good odds. But then when we got here, I did the same thing that I did in Illinois. I was like, all right, I want all of these people in this market who are my people. I want them to know who I am. And so, you know, did more TV, did newspapers, you know, press releases, more speaking engagements and that kind of thing. So that's what's happening. What it also does is it allows you to have relationships with more celebrities. I'm going to start down there in the bottom right. If you are a fan of motivation in any way, shape, or form, you may know the name Zig Ziglar. That is the late, great Zig Ziglar. I had the true blessing to be able to share the stage with Zig Ziglar. We both spoke at the same event, which, again, was a true blessing and one of the highlights of my career. Well, that happens because the person who was running that event, where Zig was the keynote speaker, they said, well, Felicia knows the most about speaking. We want her here to teach our people about that. And I got to go. And we're going just clockwise around with the blue flower in my hair. I was like, the blue flower in my hair and the guy with the scruffy face and the baseball cap. Oh, that's both of them. All right. So to the left of Zig Ziglar, that's Matt Basak. He is in the internet marketing community. He's very, very well known. To the left of that is an author of a book called The Go-Giver. One of the 2 authors, the other is John David Mann. That is Bob Berg. If you have not read The Go-Giver yet, I highly, highly recommend you read The Go-Giver. Go-Givers Sell More is one of the follow-ups to that. Fantastic book. And he is somebody who I would not be connected to if I was not a celebrity in my niche. Above him is Armand Morin. Armand charges $15,000 to $20,000 per day to go and sit with him and have him analyze your business. Where this picture was taken, I kind of look like a deer in the headlights there, because we had just had dinner for the 2nd night in a row, just the 2 of us, where we talked all about work. and he can't help himself but do consulting. That's his gift. Is he just serves. And so he gave me what would be $15,000 to $20,000 of help, and he bought dinner. What? And that would not have happened if I was not a celebrity in the niche. He would not have given me the time of day. And I know why. I can guarantee that, because he doesn't give other people the time of day. I've seen him do it. He wants to be around other people who are seen as celebrity status people. Now, whether that's right or wrong, I'm not judging anything. I'm just feeling really happy that I was somebody that he was like, yeah, I would like to talk to you. Like, wow. Guy next to him, I introduced you to him earlier, Joel Comm, both of us in that green screen room. He's a New York Times bestselling author. We did a product. We did that product in 2015, 3 years ago. I just got a check in the mail for it yesterday. Every single month, I get recurring royalties from the product that he and I did for Pearson. It was a video training product. And I'm going to apologize. Sounds like the next door neighbors decided right now is a good time to do their lawn. So whatever. But Joel, again, he's a celebrity kind of guy. To the right of him is Jim Edwards. And you're about to see in just a few minutes a collaboration that I did with Jim Edwards. And I was introduced to him through another celebrity kind of person. And so as a result of that, he treated me as an equal to him. Again, whether that's right or wrong, like whatever, but people who are very busy people who are very successful people have a lot of draws and pulls on their time. When they decide who they're going to hang out with, when they decide who they're going to partner with for business, when they decide who they're going to work with, they want to know that that other person is equally knowledgeable in their thing and is equally as successful in their thing. Otherwise, and I've had conversations with many of these people that sounded a little bit like this, where it's like, yeah, well, because then I feel like they're just kind of trying to suck me dry and they're trying to use me. And some people do, unfortunately. So you get to have relationships with more celebrities. And what does that get you? Well, it gets you some really cool stuff. So there's Bob Berg, who is this international best-selling author, saying, "Thank you, dear friend. Have I told you lately that I love you?" with 2 smiley faces. Like, what? How cool is that? To the left of him is Shelly Hitz, and she's a celebrity in her niche. In a webinar today, I was thinking of you and how thankful I am for you. I'm so glad we're friends. So now imagine she introduced me to her people, like, wow, right? How cool would that be? Mike Morgan, they call him $1 Million Mike because of the way that he writes internet marketing copy. He's sold multi-millions of dollars. And he referred me to work with one of his clients. Why? Because I've been able to show myself as a very credible person using the same exact tools that I'm showing you how to use. And finally, my friend Brian G. Johnson, you might recognize that as a Facebook background profile page. Now, he doesn't have that up anymore, but at one point I got to introduce him on stage because he asked me to introduce him. And we were both at the same event. We were both speakers, and I went to listen to his presentation. And he said, "Would you please introduce me?" And I was like, "Yeah, I would love to introduce you. I would be honored." And so he was excited to put me holding his book and a microphone as his profile, like not, you see his little profile picture, but his, whatever they call it, the background image there on Facebook, because he sees me as somebody who's like, wow, she's going to get me some credibility if she's introducing me. And again, and I took a picture of it because I was like, wow, he's a big deal in the YouTube land. Like, wow, that's really cool. So it's power of celebrity. You get relationships with other celebrity. And what's good about that? Well, they have an audience. They have a list. They have fans. They have buyers that they are happy to introduce you to. They know and will introduce you to other celebrities who also have fans and buyers and friends and that sort of thing. You can build affiliate relationships with them. That means they'll promote your stuff. You can do joint venture relationships with them. That means you're about to see a joint venture relationship that I did. I have never in my life have thought I would develop software. And I didn't exactly, but I did it in partnership with one of those people that you saw. And so, and he would never have been able to develop what we developed without me. So it was true 2 meetings of the minds, 2 equal experts coming together. And that made us a lot of money, that little product, and continues to today. Private conversations. You get to go to dinner with these people who others are like, oh my gosh, you know that person? Like, yeah, they're just a regular person, but they give you help. They give you suggestions, you know, and being friends with people like that, they refer you to other resources. You know, you get more subscribers, you get more customers, you get more clients from meeting the other celebrities in your niche. And you get speaking gigs and podcast interviews and book deals and more. Why? Because somebody who's a podcast host is going to say to one of these celebrity people, hey, who do you know? Do you know anybody who I can have on my show? And if you're top of mind with them because you have a relationship with them, they'll go, yeah, you know what? You need to call Felicia Slattery. She's doing some really good stuff. I think she'd make a great interview for you. And they introduce you, like, awesome. How cool is that? So it's very, very cool. All right, so now why do you start locally? Because none of those people are in Knoxville, Tennessee that I showed you pictures of. Number one, because it's convenient. You don't have to go anywhere. Number two, there's less competition for celebrity status. It's very easy to rise to the top when you're in a local market because of all of the different tools and all of the different things you can use. Most people aren't that sophisticated in their marketing to understand how to use all the things that we're talking about. And so when you do the work that we've already covered some of that, you're gonna boost up. You're just gonna be the go-to person. Plus, there's plenty of business in any given market. If I never did another webinar, an international webinar, I never got on a plane and went anywhere. I'm telling you right now, there's enough business in little Knoxville, Tennessee, the third biggest city in the state of Tennessee, but still small by comparison. Not even, you know, there's barely 500,000 people here. There is plenty of business right here for me to take care of my family and all of our needs and be able to tithe to my church and give offerings to the places that I want to give offerings to and live very happily and comfortably for the rest of my life. I would never have to go anywhere. So there's plenty of business in any given local market. And once you own local, once you're the person in local, it's much easier to expand. Why? Because of social media, because of what you can put on your website, because of things like social proof and the pictures and the videos and so forth. People see you and they go, oh, wow, she knows what she's doing. And so it's much easier to expand. All right, so here's how you're going to get more credibility and local celebrity fast. You ready? Get on stages first. Do the signature speech thing. Here's why. When you're on stages, you're going to be able to leverage other local media. That's when you get your name in the newspaper. That's when if you're speaking at the local library, they send out a newsletter to their people with your name in it that goes to every single household in the whole district. That's amazing. You very quickly become the go-to person there. Build your business while you build your credibility. You get to do both, right? You're building your credibility, but then you're also using the signature speech formula where you're selling at the front of the room. You're offering something for free and something for fee so that now you're building your business. And being on stage gets you more marketing assets. What's a marketing asset? It's those things we talked about earlier. It gets you more pictures. It gets you more photos. It gets you more testimonials. All of those things you need to be able to effectively market your business so that other people believe in your credibility. Do you see why I did all these three segments, why they flow together so well and so powerfully? I'm so grateful that I got to do all of this together because generally I'm doing just one of them and it's, you know, people aren't seeing the full connection of them. But I think after being here, for those of you who've been here with me all day, thank you. But you can start to see like, wow, I see how it all really plays beautifully together. So I want you to say yes to every invitation that even comes close to your niche. Remember, not everybody, but even the ones that's come close, especially locally, especially in the beginning, because we want to get that credibility. We want your name associated with that borrowed credibility of those organizations are going to have you. We need some of that. We need more pictures of you on those stages. We need more video of you. Speak for free. It's not going to cost you anything. Don't pay anybody for you to speak. If somebody asks you to speak, you say, I'm not allowed. My coach, Felicia, told me I have to run screaming like my hair is on fire in the other direction. I'm sorry. You just say that and they won't even know what to say back. I'm just telling you. You should never have to pay to speak. You shouldn't. And then you use the signature speech method that we talked about to get on stages and make money. So here are these 12 building blocks for the signature speech. Remember, I gave you the 5 steps, but here are the building blocks. All right. So There's contact blocks. There's work and education blocks. There's your earn the right story. Why do you deserve to be in front of these people telling them this thing? There's the speech thumbnail, which is like, what does your speech look like? The organization of it, so to speak. Your target audience. Remember, we talked about that. Your big ideas. This is Jim Edwards, one of my business partners. He jujitsu and myths. Like, so you tell people some of the myths and then you debunk the myths and they go, oh, wow. It's like, woo, it's like jujitsu magic. The speech payoff. So after you're done with the speech, what do you want people to know, and what are they going to, why should they come? Right? The freebie block. What are you going to offer for free? Your paid offer. What are you going to do? What are you going to offer for pay? The deliverables. So what do they get? And then any bonuses that they get. So those are the building blocks of the signature speech. All those things. You've seen me do most of these throughout the day, and you're going to see me do the rest of them in just a minute. All right. So hypothetical question. What if I had a magic wizard, a magic wand that you could wave, and it would instantly organize all of those parts, all of those 12 parts, and all of the promotion, assemble them in the right order, create any and every element, all of them, for your speech or promotion you ever needed, and even made the PowerPoints for you, ready made. You just have to fill in a few blanks, ready for stage or a webinar. Would you want that? Magic little business wizard. It's a piece of software. Would you want it running in your business? What if it also writes your speech outline, does your PowerPoint slides, does your audience handouts, your order forms, the bullet points to describe the speech, the email promos, the website and the blog content, gives you YouTube content, thank you meeting for planners, social media posts, copy for your live webinars, video content for promoting your speaking, your services, and your business, written content for promoting your speaking, your services, your business, guest blog post ideas, interview questions, email copy to send to meeting planners, everything, right? That's what I got. It's called the Signature Speech Wizard. And I'm going to do a demonstration for you. So what I'm going to do is nope, I'm not going to do that. Hello. I am going to exit, and I am going to go back to the demo. All right. And I'm going to show you this. So now you can see this little box here, right? So what I've done is I've opened up the Signature Speech Wizard because we don't have a ton of time. So I've opened up the wizard, and I've already preloaded it with my answers. So it looks just like this. You get a username and a password. You download it on your computer. And then there's 43 questions. The first one is, what's your name? And you type that in, and then you push next. And then you type in the name of your company, Communication Transformation. And then your website. And then your phone number. And then your email. And then your mailing address. So then you get through those, right? And then what's your work experience? So you saw me say this. I've written critiques more than 8,000 speeches. I trademarked the signature speech. I spoke with Bob Berg, and I wrote 21 Weight, right? All the stuff, that. So you answer the questions. Right? What titles, awards, or designations do you have? You fill that in. What's something about you that gives you the right to speak? You fill that in. And if you're not really sure, like, what education do you have that's relevant to your target market? It has an example, master's in education, a PhD from the School of Hard Knocks. That's what Jim says he has. Graduate of College and William Mary. He actually has that. He has a journalist degree. So you type in your answers. Right? What's something funky, fun, or cool about yourself that you think people would think is really interesting or shows your personality? So for me, I actually lived in a convent, and I sang in a rock and roll band for the same amount of time, just not at the same time. I studied at the Sorbonne in Paris, and I went skydiving to celebrate my 39th birthday. So interesting things, right? What's interesting about you? I know you have things. What's a big obstacle you've overcome in your life? Non-smoking related lung cancer. You heard that story, right? So you're actually seeing the culmination of things that these answers led to. You saw this happen throughout the course of the day. The 2 to 5 word topic of your speech and area of your expertise. And this was for a presentation I was doing for a speaker one sheet. So speaker one sheet, marketing and training. And so what's the title of your speech? Create your one sheet one time and market with it forever. Cool. Who's the target audience? Singular, business owner, sales professional, speaker, coach. All right. That might be too many. We'll see. What's your target audience's number one desire as it relates? They want to make more sales. What's number one way you help them? So you answer the questions. And then this one, you see this says number 1 of 5. What's the number 1 most important idea you want to get across in your speech? And then it does it 5 times. The number is the second most important idea, the third, the fourth, the fifth. And then what is something your audience believes is true, but is actually completely wrong? Getting a one sheet done takes a lot of time and effort to find a designer and figure out what should go on it. Oh, okay. That's not true? No, it's not. And then we've got another one of these sets. So what's the number 1 coolest payoff your target audience gets from your speech? Well, they discover a cool tool that can be responsible for making you more sales. They get to see how to create a professional impression with very little time and minimal effort. They instantly stand above the crowd. Okay, cool. What's the title of the freebie? And so what is the free thing? What's the paid offer? Signature speaker one sheet templates is my paid offer. What's the regular full price of that? $2,000. What's the special deal? Well, $37 for one template of your choice, $97 for all 5, or $297 for the developer's license for all 5. Wow, that is a deal, right? And then we got another one of the sets. What's the coolest result they get from your offer? So the first one was what's the coolest result they get when they listen to you for free. Now is what's the coolest result they get when they buy your thing. And so you go through and there's 5 of those. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And when you don't have it, you have to put something in. So I just type whatever random letter I put in. So I just stuck an N in there and you'll see where that shows up. Question 36, what deliverable do they get? This is a number 1 of 5. So they get a module self-study video program. They get a 4-part live webinar e-class. They get a 4 DVD training set. They get unlimited personal use to customize your template as much as you want. Oh, okay. What else do they get deliverable? So we go through 5 of those. And if you don't have 5, you don't have to have 5. You can just put a little X in the box. And then the last 3 questions are, what are your bonuses? What are you going to give them to make people, kind of sweeten the pot a little bit and make them say, yes, I want that. So we're going to give those things. Quick reference design guide so you don't get lost or overzealous with the bells and whistles you could add. And then 43. And then there's the answer. Now, did you see what happened? I want you to look up here at the top. I'm going to hit that button again. Oh, look they shake at you. So first you save it, and this has already been saved, so I'm not going to save it, but you save it, and then just like any other file you would save on your computer, and then you build. And here's where some of the fun and excitement comes in. So this is the kind of the magic wand part. You can pick a Word document, or you can pick PowerPoint. I'm going to pick PowerPoint. What this will do is it's going to pick up 5. It's going to pick up one of these 4. And so I'm just going to do the 5 secrets. So 5 secrets. Let's see about that. And we're going to build the 5 secrets of the Speaker Marketing Wizard. So demo 5 secrets. And you're just going to save it. And it saves it. And you see over here, the little view thing, it went a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. So we're going to click that and check this out. Here's all the slides that you need. Title. Before we get started, here's some options for opening your speech. Remember I said don't start with my name is? Well, this is almost as good as me writing the speech for you. Because what we did was we reverse engineered what Jim did. He reverse engineered. He said, send me some of your best speeches, the ones that got the best results. I said, okay. And we reverse engineered it. And so the questions that we asked, those 43 questions, they produce this output as if I had written the speech. So it's almost like I'm writing your speech for you. So each one of these, right? And you can go through, you're in the right place. If you're this person, why should you listen to me? That's your Earn the Right story. You see how some of this stuff is kind of fallen off the page? That's really easy to fix. You go up here and you go to reset. Watch. Boom. Fits just like that. You just click the reset button. Very easy. And you might be thinking, well, these are kind of, blah kind of slides. Like they're kind of boring looking. You can go, well, you know what? Let's design them differently. I want to use this one. Boom. Now there's the design. Isn't that cool? But I'm going to go back so that we can see them easily. All right. So then we go through. Here's the way that I help. Now this is when can they expect to see results? That's something that wasn't one of the questions that we asked in there. It might be something that you would want to address. So it's your speech right now is about 80% done. You're going to have to go in and you're going to say, okay, what am I going to say in some of these sections? So, you'll see here, there's, the grammar is a little wonky, some capitalization's a little off. So you just need to fix that on the slides. But look, here it is. Here's the secrets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here's what my free gift is. Here's how you get it. Right? What to do. Let's get started. Here we go. And then I'm going to reset my slide because it looks weird. Okay, so now the resetting of it didn't make it fix. So you just gotta have to move it around. And you go like this, and you go, okay, here's this. 6 elements your thing needs. Why is this a secret? Why aren't more people doing this? How can they implement this quickly? Are there any tools to help them do it faster? So now this is where you kind of start to fill in some of the nitty-gritty details of your presentation. Okay, and you just do that with each one of these. Why is this a secret? Why aren't more people doing this? How can they implement? So you just go through and you answer these little questions. If you can answer questions, your speech is pretty much ready for you. So you just go through what you learned today, and then guess what? Now what we're going to do is we're going to sell something. All right, remember that letter N that I typed in? Because I didn't have 5 things, I only had 4. There at the end. Guess what? It's gone. It's like that. Just quick delete. Okay? So you just go through, and all of the information's here. You just fix what you need to do. Here's remember the drop in price? We do a price drop. It was a deal, this is what it would cost. Here's the deal. Wow, that's awesome. So wouldn't be like X97. We'd say, okay, it's not $597, right? Take out my T. I mean, like, how easy is that to fix? So it's ready to go for you, generally formatted with the bullets and the bolds and all of that stuff. Do you take cash, checks, or credit cards? Great. If you don't take credit cards, then delete that. If you don't take checks, delete that. I think everybody takes cash. I'm just saying. Do you have a guarantee? Then put in the guarantee. If you don't have a guarantee, then delete it. Optional, this is an optional slide. If you want people knowing your phone number, then give it to them. If you don't, then guess what? Hit delete and it's gone. All right? So that's just one version. Let's go back to our wizard here. It'll do it for 5 steps. Same thing. I'm going to build my 5 steps, and it's going to do a whole nother demo. 5 steps. And I'm going to save it. It's going to open a whole nother thing. View. And now it's another speech about steps. The number 1 way. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. How cool is that? Right? But wait, that's not all it does is these. It also does all these Word documents. Now, how cool is this? So when you go to a live event, and I don't have mine near me, but today I went with an order form because I was asking people to pay for a $1,000 product. I'm not going to ask you for that. I'm just telling you. But I was asking people to pay for that. So there needs to be a handout for the paid offer. So, okay, let's build that. Yes, we shall. And we're going to say demo offer. And I'm going to save it. And I'm going to view it. Now, just like the other one, it's not formatted. It doesn't, like, I don't know your branding. Everybody's branding is different, right? So you can put your logo on the top. That's easy to do. This is just a Microsoft Word document. But respond immediately. Offer ends today. Yes, your name. I accept. I understand that I'm being called to action, and get your name of the thing. Now, my templates is not a program, so I would delete program out of there. And there it is. So you go through and you make sure, oh, I don't need the N. But look at this. It even has the name, the email, the address. I mean, it's everything. Make the checks payable to your business name. It's all in there. And I'm just going to tell you that this piece of paper is a pain in the butt to create. I'm just going to tell you right now. Because it's like when you have to sit down and do it, that means you got to get all the lines lined up right and the whole thing. It's all done for you with just literally a click of the button. So, you fill in the XXX value so that, whatever it is. So there's that. There's the handout. So when you go to your speech, you want to give a handout to people. The reason you give a handout is so that you don't have to give everybody your business card and they have your information on that handout. So demo handout. I'm saving that. And so now I'm going to view it. Boom, there's your handout. And you can change the font to make it be whatever you want it to be, but take a few notes, record your favorite ideas, then contact me at, look it, and there's your email address. to learn more. It's already in there. And here's the information about you. Now look, this is a little long. I would change this. And I might change a couple of margins if I wanted to get more stuff in there. But look, here's their bio. All your bio is here. Here's your phone number. Here's your website. Contact him, her, because we don't know if you're a boy or a girl when we do this, right? So we contact her, you delete the him, delete. You know, so I play with that. But even the copyright information is down here, right? So it's everything that you need on your presentation. This one I love, the interview questions based on the speech. I'm going to show you this. So all these questions, if somebody says, I want to interview you on my podcast, don't panic. And they say, send me questions. You go, okay, great. Before we get going, will you share the various types of speaker one-sheet marketing and training so our listeners are clear on what we'll be talking about during this interview? What? Like, all these questions are right here. There are 100. 100. Now, guess what else you can do with these questions? In what way is a speaker one-sheet harder than it was a year ago? What's changed? Interesting. In what way is it easier for every business owner than it was a year ago? What has changed? What if I make it a video answering that one question? That's 100 videos. That's 100 articles. That's 100 ways that I can create content and reach out to my people. And you want to talk about building your credibility and becoming the go-to expert? Make 100 videos and see what happens. Right? I mean, seriously. So sales copy, follow up after the replay, promo email. So like if you're not really sure exactly what to write, demo, follow up. If you're not really sure what to write, you had 2 professional $1 million copywriters write it for you. So after they sign up, registration confirmation. Thank you for signing up for our free webinar. This. Mark your calendar for, and then you fill in the date, you fill in the time, and we'll use time.gov as our clock so that, you know, everybody knows the time zones. And then here's your login link and instructions, and you have to put that in from, like, not everybody uses Zoom, not everybody uses GoToWebinar or GoToMeeting, so you got to put your own information in there, but there's everything. P.S. We're expecting it to be sold out or whatever, right? So get there early. Don't wait till 2 minutes, you know, and then here's another one. Send this an hour before. Reminder. Here's what you send the day after. Here's your replay announcement in case you missed it. I mean, like, you don't have to know how to write emails to be able to send out email stuff. I love that one. So all of this is in here. PS and stealth closes, social media and tweets. So we talked earlier about that, right? So demo, social. We're going to view that. So if you are doing you're doing your signature speech and you decide you want to do it as a webinar, here it is. You post this stuff. Free, new webinar, create your one sheet, one time, market it with it forever. Stick your link, you're done. It does all of these for you. The biggest number one biggest, 5 biggest speaker one sheet marketing keys to business owners, sales, blah, blah, blah. So like you see how it gets a little chunky with the wording. So you have to fix that a little bit. But I mean, discover a cool tool, you know, how to discover. I mean, like all the stuff is in there. How to find success with speaker one sheet marketing and training and not get bogged down. Ooh, that sounds cool. Somebody might sign up for that if they're interested in that kind of a thing. Your scripts are here. So if you're going to do a mistakes demo, so let's say you go to a place and you don't have slides. That's okay. Just print this off and you're good to go. Here's all your bullets right here lined up for you. 4 pages of bullets. That's what you go through and what you need to say in the order you need to say it. So you don't have to learn how to do the signature speech. Yes, I still teach that. And if you would like, you can pay $500. It's $497 to get the Signature Speech Mastery Program. But this does it all for you, including all the copy on the front end, all the copy on the back end, and it gives you the handouts, and it gives you like literally everything you need. So, I mean, like everything you can need. It's awesome. It's all in there. So you kind of get the idea for that. So I am going to go back to my PowerPoint slides. my actual PowerPoint slides, and we're going to go from current slide. So isn't that kind of cool? I love that. I love that. All right. So today we talked about a lot of stuff. I promised you a lot. We talked about the 3 C's of credibility. We talked all about being a local celebrity. We talked about the signature speech. Bye, baby. I love you. My daughter's just leaving. We talked about all of the building blocks, but really, like, this is truly the tip of the iceberg. Even though you've been here with me for 4 hours, this is really just the beginning. There is a lot. There's a lot more. So think about this. How much would you pay if you were going to pay me or somebody else to get this, just to get your signature speech done? If you did it yourself, you'd take 8 to 16 hours. Assume your time is worth $25 an hour, right? That's on the low end. That's going to cost you 8 to 16 hours. You do the math. That's a lot of money it's going to cost you. Or you can hire it out to pay a speechwriter $500 to $1,000. To do the slides, again, another $500 to $1,000. Email copy, you'll pay that. Webinar registration copy, social media copy, order forms, audience handouts, thank you notes. I mean, you can pay on the low end $1,725. On the high end, it could be close to $5,000. And you know, if you've looked into any of this, I'm not exaggerating. To pay somebody to write this stuff, it does cost us. Even if you go on to Fiverr, even if you're using some of the cheap tools, guess what? To get really good stuff, you got to pay some more money. And that's not hire $1 million Mike Morgan. And those building blocks, well, guess what? They're all there. The title slide has the speech thumbnail. The presented by, that's your content block. So all these blocks are all in there, everything you need. So you're not going to forget anything inadvertently. That's one of the biggest mistakes that people make when they do a signature speech. When I'm out in the world and I see people doing this, I'm like, why are you wasting your time? Like, you didn't make an offer, or you didn't, like, nobody knows what your business is. There's one guy every single week. He says, is there anybody here who doesn't know what I do? Yeah, everybody who's new and doesn't know what you do and doesn't want to raise their hand and go, I don't know what you do. Like, are you kidding me? And to this day, I still don't know what he does because he never says what he does. It's ridiculous to me. So like, but it's not as obnoxious as that when you see people making mistakes, but they do, because they don't, I mean, like, as I said, I've done this my whole life. I taught it my whole life. For me, these things are ingrained and they come naturally. But for somebody who's just kind of getting rolling with this, you want to make sure you're not going to leave out any of the blocks. That's what the Signature Speech Wizard does for you, is it makes sure that all your I's are dotted, all your T's are crossed, everything you need to build your credibility and to really serve people in the room. So it's not just like a big giant ad, right? I hope you don't feel like today was a big giant ad, but it feels like I got some really good value out of this. This is all the pieces that you need to put in the order that you put them in. And then you go through this, and okay, so Jim made this and he's very excited. All the little pieces go in and then the blocks come out, and here they all are in order. All right. So what do you get? You get the fully customized core presentation. So you get all 4 of the PowerPoints. You get the professional copy for the webinar. And it could be a teleseminar. It could be a live talk. It doesn't matter. You get that copy. You get all the complete promotional email sequence. You get all the social media tweets. You get the follow-up email sequence, the paid offer, the thank you notes to the meeting planners. When somebody invites you to speak to their people, please thank them. Please thank them. Your complete PowerPoint slide decks in the PowerPoint, PPTX. So it's everybody, even if you've got a Mac, you can open up a PPTX. Even if you use Google Slides, you can open up the PPTX. Audience notes, speaker notes, like just so much more, right? And again, you can figure out how to do it on your own. And, assuming you make $25 an hour and it takes you 8 to 16 hours, how much that's going to cost you. You can pay somebody $1,700 to $4,900, or you can buy just the Signature Speech Wizard, which Jim and I have at signaturespeechwizard.com for $397. But don't do that. Just hang on. Because if it only did this one thing, the 100 questions, it would be worth all of it. Because how much is it worth to you to build your credibility that will build your business and bring you customers and clients forever? How much does one new client pay you? And how much will that one new client pay you over the lifetime of them being a client? For me, I can tell you it's close to $20,000. It's a lot. I don't know what it is for you. Everybody's business is different. So what's one new client worth? You can get that when you answer those 100 questions and you start using that in your contact marketing strategy. You're going to get some bonuses. Remember, I'm modeling what you're supposed to do. Why? Because Jim built this on what I do all the time. So here's your bonuses. You're going to get a video speaking from free to fee. So how do you go from being somebody who goes for free and getting paid? There's a bonus report and checklist, speaking success with social media. We talked about some of the things, but there's a lot more you can do if you want to be a speaker. So I'm going to give you that for free. We also have a report and checklist, how to choose a magnetic topic and create a sexy speech title. And by sexy speech title, I don't mean like hubba hubba. I mean like when something is sexy, it's attractive. And people are like, ooh, I want some of that. Right? So that's what I mean. So you can get, there's a special deal. It's at FeliciaSlattery.com/NACWE, and it's all caps for the NACWE. And that's going to be on all the sides from going forward now. So you're going to get the signature speech software. That's $397. And you're going to get each one of those other pieces, the value of that $688. But you're also going to get how to create a killer PowerPoint in 60 minutes or less, 2-part training. Jim does that one. PowerPoint theme files. So if you don't want to use the PowerPoint themes that are in PowerPoint, you don't have to. We actually give you some that are very kind of plain, but the power of plain is that you can make the branding your own. You're not like stuck with what PowerPoint gives you. So we give you the PowerPoint themes. PowerPoint hacks, secrets, and shortcuts. It's a 2-part training. Really good stuff. Like if you didn't know that thing about the reset button, there's all kinds of stuff like that hiding in PowerPoint you don't even know about. And Jim is just brilliant with it. The first time I saw him do that, we were having a meeting similar to this, like a Zoom meeting. It was just the two of us. And he was like, oh, let me reset that. And he clicked the button. I was like, wait a minute. What did you just do? It was so cool. So he's going to share with you all his secrets. And then when we launched this live, we had a live Q&A session with people just like you, and we answered tons of questions. So you're going to get the recording of that. But because you're here, you're with NACWE, you're not just going to get the wizard. It's 2 for 1 day. What? Yes, it is. I love doing stuff like this. All right. So I created, there's not even like a special sales page for this. It's just an order form. So you're going to get the wizard, plus you're going to get my local celebrity blueprint that walks you through the process of local celebrity. It's a 9-video training series. It's all broken into nice little easy chunks to manage. You're going to understand the power of press releases, how to get into local papers, how to get on local TV, how to get on local radio, and the strategic use of social media so that you get more local media. Oh, I love this picture. Joel and I had some fun in the studio. Can you tell with us in the deer lights? How to not look like a deer in the headlights when you get on TV. What to expect when you get in the studio, on radio, podcast, TV. There's a simple 4-step process to follow so that you can be a guest on local TV, who, when, and how to contact the local TV station, including a word-for-word simple script. Have that in front of you so you'll know exactly what to say. 2 distinct ways to get on local radio and how to find the exact kind of listeners that you want to hear your messages. Free and easy way to get your TV clip, along with the safest way, which isn't free, but it's the safest way to ensure that you definitely get 100% get the video of your on-air interview. You want that. You want that on YouTube. You want it on your website. You want to share that sucker on social media because, like, how many of your competitors have been on TV? I'm going to guess not many, and maybe none. So that means if you get there, everybody else is like, wow. Remember? Power of celebrity. Let's see, where and how to leverage your TV interview for years to come. My TV interviews that I did was 2013. I'm still talking about them today. People are like, hey, I saw you on the news. No, you didn't. You saw my website. How to network in your town to become a local celebrity and so much more. And by the way, I'm doing that right now. I joined this networking group about 8 weeks ago. I'm already like the person that people are like, oh, Felicia Slattery. Oh, she's here. She's here. Like, do you know her? You got to meet her. Like, again, I'm not glorifying myself. I'm doing this so that I can serve the people that I am here to serve. That's why we're doing it. We're not doing it to say, look how awesome I am. We're doing it because God gave you gifts. Do not die with those gifts not used, right? We're talking about let your light shine. Read that verse from Matthew again. All right, what else are you getting? Bonuses. You're getting 3 fill-in-the-blank press release templates. If you don't know how to write a press release, don't worry, I do. My undergraduate degree was actually in advertising and public relations. And there's specific things that you have to have on a press release in order for a newspaper to even look at it. If they don't have them, they throw them away. They don't even look at it, which is ridiculous to me. But anyway, local celebrity business card checklist. If you're going to go out in the community, they all want a business card. So the checklist is what goes on your card. A press release checklist, just to make sure you didn't miss anything when you use the template. Or if you don't want to use the template and you want to write your own, there's a checklist so you have it all in there. Samples and examples of what works. A 30-minute interview with a radio producer, and a ton more. This is something I sell for $497. You're getting all this stuff. So here's all the slides from all the 9 parts of the training. Here's the press release templates and what they look like. This colorful piece, this is one of my one sheets for my radio segment proposal that I send to radio hosts. So you're getting all this stuff. You're getting the Signature Speech Wizard, which is normally $397. I'm not making that up. Go to signaturespeechwizard.com right now. You'll see it's $397. From speaking, from free to fee, all these things like the speaking success with social media, the magnetic topic and sexy speech title, the killer PowerPoint in 60 minutes. All of these things are worth at least $100. People have paid that for these things. The PowerPoint hacks, the signature speech replay, the local celebrity blueprint with the 9 video training, the 3 fill-in-the-blank press releases. I know people who sell press release templates, and they're more than, I'm telling you what, they're more than $97. Local celebrity business card checklist. Press release samples, all of that. Real world value is $1,600. Okay, go to FeliciaSlattery.com/NACWE and you'll be able to see what you're going to get it for. I'll tell you in a second. Don't take my word for it. I've had lots of people go through my trainings over the years. Kat Sturts, she says it's easy to use. This is the software that does exactly what it promises. Holy cow, after months of embarrassing procrastination, I did it. In less than 3 hours, start to finish, I completed an impressive first draft of my new signature speech. Remember, you want to be ready to speak at a moment's notice. You got to get this thing done, right? So the Signature Speech Wizard did the impossible. It got me out of my own way. How many of you are in your own way, right? Have you ever felt like that? I have. The question, Karen's like, me. Question prompts help me to stay focused. The examples reminded me to keep it simple, relevant, and concise. Thank you, Felicia and Jim. It does exactly what it promises. Barry said, I spent 30 minutes inputting the information for the 43 questions, not because I'm a slow typist, but because the questions made me drill down into my content to extract the best nugget. He loved that. I especially love the slides it created. I'm most amazed at the interview questions. It opened up many multiple areas to expand my speech. Just having all the options was awesome. He loved it. If you're thinking about how to make your presentation life easier, you have to have this software. FeliciaSlattery.com/NACWE. Brian, he's an ADHD coach because he has ADHD. If you have ADHD, this is awesome. Wow, when my coach Felicia suggested I teach a live webinar this week to sell a product, I was worried I might not be able to pull it together, given my extra hectic personal life, but I accepted her challenge. All I had to do was open the wizard. I used the software, got it set up. It's incredible. I got it done in an hour, would have taken an entire day. And then Janice talking about the local celebrity blueprint. Janice is a TV celebrity herself. She had a TV show in New York City. She knows about local celebrity. She said, Felicia knows her stuff. Her content's always rock solid. It's exactly what you need when you want to stand out among the crowd and grow beyond. I highly recommend this training. Anything from Felicia, get this now. So, of course, you're protected. There's a guarantee. We guarantee the software is going to work, or we'll give you your money back. That's what all that says. We guarantee it. Okay. We respond Monday through Friday during normal work hours. I had somebody over this holiday weekend. He bought something, and on Friday night at like midnight, he sent a note and was like, hey, I can't get in. I need my password. By Sunday, he had sent 7 messages. By Monday, 8. And he was cursing us out because, God forbid, we weren't working on a holiday weekend. Are you kidding me? Seriously? Go away. Life's too short. So anyway, we work normal business hours because we're normal business people in the United States of America. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. All right. So when you register, here's what you're going to do. You're going to go to FeliciaSlattery.com/NACWE. You're going to see it for $197. Oh, that's all. For all of that. You're going to see this. It looks just like this. You're going to see what you get. Yours for only $197. And then you can pay with a credit card on the bottom left here, or you can pay with PayPal. It's your choice. Either way. So that's what it is. There's no monthly fee for the software. A lot of people do software as a service where there's a $97 a month fee or $37 a month fee or whatever. One time you pay for the software, you have it for the rest of your life. And the cool thing is the way that Jim has programmed it, anytime we do any updates to it, it automatically updates every time you open it. So like your username and password, it automatically populates that every time, and it just goes on to over the internet and goes, is there anything new? And it pulls it out. And then so anytime we update it, you get those two. $197. You get both local celebrity and the signature speech wizard. All right, so there it is, all of it. The value is $1,608. That's real value. That's what you would pay if you were buying the stuff separately. You're getting it for $197. That's it. All right, what kind of questions do we have? Let's see what we got going on. Yes, you should use pictures with celebrities in your marketing every chance you get.
But you need their permission, or
No.
No, and it needs to be appropriate, to what you're selling or
Right.
promoting and that sort of thing. But I love the question. I'm
Yep.
sitting there writing, oh my goodness, speaking of people saying, will you shut up so I can buy your stuff? I was like, oh, hurry, 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 get to your thing. So I'll promote you for a second here. I think I got the speaker one sheet. I did the whole package, right? Of speaker one sheet templates way back when it must have been a promo deal. I don't know how long those things have been up and running. Yep. But I have used those over and over and over. Sometimes I have trouble.
No, they're not part of this deal. I just want to make sure people know that's not part of it. But
I just want them to know that when that they stand the test of time. Sometimes I have trouble finding where did I store those things on my laptop, but once I find them, so just so you know, they're easy, beautiful, useful, and every time I do one of them, someone will say, who did that for you? Because they know that I'm not a very creative person. So what I'm going to do for you, Felicia, you didn't ask me to do anything for you, is I just busted my tail, and I know I just said that on this recorded video, creating something, and I'm not happy with it. And I'm running it by my team and saying, oh, this is not working for me. No wonder why. We're going to run that same thing through this and show you the before and after.
I can't wait to see it.
I cannot
wait.
No, it'll tweak it just the way we needed it to be. Oh my goodness.
Oh, I'm so happy. I am so happy to hear that. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, my friends. Well, listen, we've been here plenty long enough. So I'll go back to that slide in a minute, and I have to run because I'm doing a radio interview, local radio interview. So God bless America. When it rains, it pours, and I am happy for every blessing I have. So the Lord is my strength and my shield. I want to leave this with you. In Him my heart trusts, and I am helped. My heart exults, and with Him and with my song I give thanks to Him. I give thanks to you today, my friends. Thank you for being here with me. I'm going to go back a slide.
Pray you out in 2 minutes.
Please do pray me out. I appreciate that.
Okay. Father God, thank you. Thank you for the talents, the gifts, the passion. Oh my goodness, the passion, the charisma, the everything that you have given Felicia and her family, for starting her at 7 years old, speaking to crowds, for the expertise that you've given her, Lord, and for the love that she has for this work. It's fueled something in me today that I didn't expect. And so I just pray that you'd bless her. We knew that. We knew she had a presentation this morning and another one coming up. That's the way she rolls. So I would just pray a special blessing on her for health, for stamina, for a continued passion and inspiration in everything that she does. And as she leaves this place and goes to that next speaking opportunity, we would pray for open hearts and minds from her audience. And Lord, just a special blessing on her family and all whose lives she touches. And we ask these things in Christ's name. Amen.
Amen.
God bless you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right, I have to go. So I'm going to have to stop sharing. You know what? I don't have to stop sharing my screen. I can leave it on. But I am going to turn off my camera so that I can do that. But where's the end of the thing? There it is. All right, so I'm going to mute myself and turn off my camera, and then Karen, I'll leave this up there, and you can feel free to share this with the NACWE ladies who are here, the ones who were not here in the NACWE group, wherever you like. Okay. It will be my honor and pleasure. Now, let me just tell you really quick. So we have the local celebrity blueprint stuff set up automated. when you buy for the Signature Speech Wizard, that the Jim has the keys to that. Remember, like if you go to signaturespeechwizard.com and that's all you want, you go ahead and buy that for $400. Feel free. But if you want it to be automated, otherwise you'll have to wait a little while. When I get home tonight, when I see the orders come in, or if you don't order until tomorrow or whatever, I'm going to send over your email individually to Jim and say, hey, we have new customers. Can you please add them? And then you'll get an email from his assistant, Susan, and she'll get you all set up. So that's just so you know that half of it is automated. The other half will take a little bit, and then it'll be automated from there.
Okay.
That's it.
Good to know. So we'll expect two segments coming at us at once. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Bye, everybody. Mwah. God bless y'all.
All right. God bless you. So that one of the questions was how long. I'm going to assume if she's willing to let us put this up, it's going to be, you know, offer good for quite a while. I mean, if she decides to take it down later, you'll probably try to go to FeliciaSlattery.com/NACWE and you won't be able to go there. But it sounds like if she's willing to let me share it with people and she knew this was going to be recorded, it'll be offered for a while. So since I prayed us out, I'm going to stop recording and I'm going to tell you one thing you need to know about NACWE.